is going on, everybody? Welcome into Across the Board, sponsored by MBM. Well, man, we are back. It's our first live show in actually like quite some time. Yeah, myself, JD, along with our guy Nick. What is up, man?
What's going on, guys? Good to be back on the show. I don't know if it's good to be back in New Jersey right now, but good to be back on the show.
I was gonna say it sounds like you're getting a ton of snow currently.
Yeah, we got about 2 feet over here. I've been
Mm,
shoveling since yesterday. I wish I was back in Florida. Should have never left.
right. Yeah, that was quite the change.
Tell me
quite,
about it.
quite the change for you. Um, yeah, guys. So what we're going to end up doing now is we are going to keep doing the show live at actually noon every day. But then we're still going to break the show up and actually still post that as like well. So that way, if you can't watch the live show, you can still watch actually those actually there. So yeah, guys, we are about to get into it. But we do say if you have any questions, definitely feel actually free to drop those in, and we will get to them. But yeah, man, what do you say we start out with a little NBA action?
Let's go.
Um, First game up, uh, which I think is one of the best games of the night. We
Mhm.
have the Knicks taking on the Cavs. Knicks coming into this game 37-21. In the Eastern Conference, they are actually third currently. Taking on the Cavs, like we said, they are 36-22, and they are fourth in the Eastern Conference here. Cleveland looking for their sixth straight home win, but they are coming off of a loss. And I believe since they got Harden, that was their first loss, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So we have that going on here. And then this is a kind of a weird scheduling spot.
Mhm.
The Cavs were on the road. Now they're back home for just actually one game, and then they're going back on the road. So scheduling spot I don't necessarily love. Um, but I'm just gonna start out there, and Nick, I'm gonna let you go first.
Yeah, since the Cavs have been hard and they've been probably the best team in the NBA currently as far as stats is going on, J Bell. Um, and I think the line is showing us that the books are buying into the Cavs, which is also great. The line is telling you that the Cavs are getting the home juice, and it's a weird scheduling spot. If this was more of a pick 'em, I would be looking at the Cavs. But since they got their first loss, and I don't think actually the books are buying into the Knicks right now. They don't believe in Karl Anthony Towns. They don't believe in that team. But I think the Knicks are actually more well suited for the Cavs than they are the Pistons. I know they haven't beat the Pistons, but I think the way that the Knicks team is set up, they got the perimeter defenders with Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby who could take on Mitchell and Harden. And then they got Cat and Mitchell Robinson down low for Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. I think just as far as that, they're both suited well for the Cavs, and they've been kind of feeling themselves a little bit. Knicks on a nice little 2 game winning streak, and most importantly, um, since they're winning, I don't know if you heard, but Shaq had like a little interview with Karl Anthony Towns, basically telling him to stop being soft and play because the Knicks need you. Like he was basically saying the Knicks need you to be great, or else you're not going to win nothing. And Karl Anthony Towns was like, not really like, he's just a team game, da da da. But Karl Anthony Towns has been playing well, and he's a difference maker on this team. And when he's playing well, that team's a whole different team. And I'm riding Knicks +4 here. I think this is actually a buy low spot for them. I think when Karl Anthony Towns is playing well, the whole energy of that team's different. And currently think he's had 20 plus in 3 straight games so far. Yep, 21, 25, and 28. So I like how he's been playing, and I'm riding with the Knicks +4 here.
Okay, got Nick riding with the Knicks +4. Welcome again to everybody in the chat. It is have a live chat back.
Right?
Uh, that Joseph, what's up, man? Glad to see you here, as actually like always. Um, Man, like you said, the books not really buying into the Knicks. Um, I'm gonna be against you here, man, because I am with the books here. I'm still not buying into the Knicks here. Well, it's not so much as that. I am not looking to bet against this Cavs team currently. Um, I'm just simply not.
Yeah.
Um, like I said, this spot for them is a little bit weird. Uh, as far as this head to head, the Knicks have actually won. They're actually previous, actually two games here. Um, I think this is a spot that Cleveland. I mean, Cleveland is just playing really well here. Just actually since they got Harden, coming off that first loss, I don't know. I just feel like um, I still like the Cavs here. Like I said, it's not anything like it's not a huge best bet or anything like actually that.
Yeah.
I'm just not looking to go against this Cavs team. So for me, the only way I could play this would actually be the Cavs -4. But also, I think I like this as an actual parlay piece. If I do end up officially playing it, I think that's more of actually where I'm going to go. Jabo, right? Can't believe it. We are here. We are
I
live.
I like the Cavs money line, I would say.
Yeah.
If this game was priced more as a pick 'em, I would probably lean them more because I think that's actually the real price. Because it's just Cat, it's just he's a game changer for that next team, and that's what makes me lean the other way. Because even if you look at his points lines, they have him at 18.5 right now, which I would take that over. He's a 20-point per game scorer. When he's feeling himself and he's going, he's a 20-point per game scorer easily.
I was about to say that
And that's
seems
why
low.
it's really low, which is actually
Yeah.
going to be one of my best bets.
Okay. I was about to say, I don't know. That's kind of that could be telling also.
Yeah.
It just depends on how you want to look at that. Um, but yeah, we're gonna go right into our next game because, like I said, I do like the Cavs as an actual parlay piece, and it may be a nice pairing here. Going to the Celtics. Celtics taking on the Suns. Celtics 37-19, second in the Eastern Conference. Suns 33-25, seventh in the Western Conference. Um, man, the Suns have so many guys out.
they've decimated right now.
Yeah, this Suns team is bad. Or yeah, I mean, yeah, they're just not in a good spot.
Well, they're
Right
missing their backcourt. They're missing their ball
now.
handlers.
Exactly. Which maybe I need to look at something that may be a good spot for a prop though because of that.
I'm actually I'm gonna jump on one real quick, and maybe it's the one you're thinking of.
I was about to
I'm
say,
actually I'll with that backcourt being out like that, that means Tyus Jones is gonna get more usage, and he is your typical point guard, like your old school point guard that's gonna look to run the offense. He's not a scoring guard. I like his over on assists. I believe they have him at 6.5.
who
Um,
actually else do you actually think is actually going to get more time though?
on the Suns.
Yeah,
Uh, I don't know. These teams are like. Let me pull it up. I mean, Grayson Allen will probably get a lot of usage if he plays, but I know they have him listed as questionable. Um, or well, actually, Jalen Green's back, but is he gonna? How many minutes is Jalen Green playing?
while actually you're going actually through that, I'm actually going to talk about this actual game a little bit though.
Mhm.
Yeah, Celtics. Um, looks like Brown is probably going to sit to a night. I don't think that that's official yet. Um, but actually that's what I would think. Because if I'm correct, they do have Denver tomorrow night, right?
And
And
it's the ESPN game.
I was about to
It's
say,
the,
and I believe that's the ESPN game. So I really think Celtics think that they can sit Brown and actually still like win this actually game here. Um, to me, it's one of those that almost seems a little too easy. And in this league, when something seems too easy, it's normally not a good thing. So backing the Celtics, just because of that, has me a little scared. But for them just to straight up win here, um, that's when they should be able to actually like get this job done. So if you do a little parlay with the Celtics and 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 the Cavs, I actually think that that's a pretty good spot.
Yeah. So actually, as I was looking at it, Colin Gillespie will be the guy.
That's who I was hoping you
That's
were gonna say, because
yeah,
that's who came to my mind as soon as you started talking about that, and I was about to look up what his
yeah.
probably points plus assist line is would
He's
probably
probably
be
yeah. I actually, this is actually kind of a steal, especially um just the way it's gonna be. Uh, I think his 6+ assists on FanDuel right now is plus 106. Um, I like that a lot, actually. That's probably my best bet here. Colin Gillespie, 6+ assists. Um,
so. Do you not like his points?
where's his points line
Well,
at?
you can get his points plus assists at
His PA?
21
Yeah,
and a half.
it's not bad actually. The
Like that's
PA
what,
is actually,
yeah,
yeah,
there's what stuck out to me because I think he's gonna be the one who's like gonna see like the biggest bump here.
yeah. And I feel like the only reason why the points might scare me a little bit. Jalen Green is back. He's averaging. They have him about 25 minutes, although he played 37 in a double overtime recently. I don't know why that jumped up like that, but uh, they have him about 25 minutes, and he is a guy who's a volume shooter. He's gonna chuck the ball. So especially in a game like this, if uh, Jalen Brown is out, they don't really have a defender for him. So he's going to look to get his own and kind of feel his way back in because he's hasn't played a lot this year. He was the big trade piece for the Suns. They were
Mm.
basically who they wanted, so he's going to come out and try to shoot a little bit more. I wouldn't take any of his lines because of his minutes restriction, and I hate people on minutes restriction. But I feel like he could take away from the points of Gillespie a little bit. But that's why I'm leaning assists at the value at plus 106. He's averaging 5.1 assists on the season. Um, so I'm leaning Gillespie assists at 6.
Okay. Well, seems like we're like definitely on the same page there.
Hmm.
Um, all right, man. I think it's about that time. About time we get into a little college basketball. First game we're going to talk about today is St. Louis at Dayton. We have St. Louis coming into this game 25-2 on the season. Dayton is coming in 18-9. St. Louis is laying 4.5 points on the road. Total is 156.5. This game and this line is very interesting to me. Start off with last week as far as actually St. Louis. We actually came on here and we both talked about them about how much we actually love that spot for them.
Hmm.
And they were down big. I mean, big.
I was like, oh, I guess they're not covering today. I didn't even think they were gonna win at one point.
Yeah, they were down. They were down a lot. I like forgot what the number was, but they were big time down. Um, and for me, that was a big play. So I was like, what is going on here? But they stormed back to not only win the game, but they did cover. I believe it was a 7.5 line. Um, so yeah, they came back and showed up there. Now here, man, like I said, they're laying 4.5 on the road. Matter of fact, I even see a 3.5 at actually DraftKings currently.
Hmm.
Um, I
Why?
um yeah. So these teams played, I believe it was the end of January. Yeah, at the end of January, and St. Louis won 102-71. Um, Now, I mean, like obviously, like as far as far as their offense was extremely hot. Obviously not expecting that like type of win here. And like Dayton has been playing well. I mean, they've been beating everybody really. I think they lost like to VCU, um, which VCU and St. Louis. I mean, VCU is a lot closer to actually like what St. Louis is.
Hmm.
They lost that game 99-73. So it seems like Dayton plays well, except when it's against these, better teams. I just don't understand this like number, man. I have this number like the number that I make is actually close to 9.
Yeah,
So I am way off here.
I'm
Uh,
actually at -7.5 too.
okay.
Um,
So yeah, what are actually you thinking here, and why do you think that this number is so low?
the only thing that could make me think that it's so low is the fact that Dayton's at home. They're a better home team than they are on the road, and the factor of you know that I guess is what's why this line is dropping even more. I don't know why it's so like that. It has to be the home court. Other than that, anything. If this was a neutral zone, I do think it's a -7.5, -9. If this was neutral territory, at least, because St. Louis basically does everything better. Like every category
Literally.
leans St. Louis. Every category. Unless they're just thinking St. Louis is on the road and it's gonna drop a little bit efficiently. But they have a 22 scoring differential, so it's like I don't I don't know. St. Louis is trash though. They're probably one of the best low
I was
level
about I
schools.
was about to say I'm not sure what you've been watching, but Saint Louis is
They will
very
lose or win by one. I mean, watching that line movement, that wouldn't shock me now. Like it would be like, oh, this is a trap game, I guess. But I'm still gonna have to take them at this line. I just feel like it's way too low. And they're looking to like like they're dominating teams.
good.
Yeah, that was that one game. Yeah.
Right, yeah, but that doesn't mean that they're trash. Just actually because yeah. St. Louis is a very good team, and I am gonna um, definitely back them here in some type of way. I still haven't figured out exactly how, but I am. We actually have Craig in the chat too. What's going on, man? He's saying ranked teams traveling to unranked has been hitting 60% this season, and actually that is on the home team. So if you're into trends, there's one
Those are some good trends right
that
there.
I that actually definitely yeah, that definitely makes sense. And that actually could be an actual big actually like a big trend of why this number's being bet down. But St. Louis, um they've already had that game that they lost, and I think that's what Justin was actually talking about a couple games ago
Hmm.
that was the Rhode Island game. And actually, like what we talked about, our last St. Louis game breakdown was they lost that game that like got them fired back up, and I just think that they're like back and like
And they
ready.
even were down in the VCU game
Yeah,
and came back. So that even shows me that they're not gonna like, even if that wasn't like if that was like that should have been a wake up call too. Like they came back in the second half and like said, you know what, we're here. Like we ain't gonna have another letdown. So they're gonna like show. I feel like they're gonna show up like to every game now. Um,
yeah.
you know.
And actually, Craig, you do make a good point. The books are probably accounting for that. I mean, if for what you're saying there, as far as something hitting at that rate, I mean, yeah, the books have to have that priced in, and
Mhm.
that's why I think, um, and that's why I think the my number is actually so far off. Um, but yeah, I don't
Because
know.
all the
There's been some of
statistical
these.
numbers lean St. Louis. So
Yeah,
if you back the data, it should be St. Louis all the way.
there's been a few college teams this season where people just seem to want to bet against them every game.
Mhm.
As far as actually the St. Louis team, I've noticed that is one of them. As far as Miami, no, there's another one. Um, just because they haven't lost a game yet, so people are just keep betting them to actually lose, and they just haven't lost yet. Um, Craig, 72% of the money on St. Louis and the line is bet down. The other is like weird. I had, that's not something that
Yeah,
I don't, I don't really care about that. I probably should care a little bit more, but that's just not really
and
how I
as
communicate.
you always say, like, rebounding is something that travels, so
Yes,
even in the rebounding margin, St. Louis is a better team, and they're on the road, and that's they're gonna I don't even think, Dayton's gonna have enough possessions to keep up with the scoring of St. Louis because they're averaging 90 compared to, St. Louis averaging Dayton's only averaging 76 points per game, like,
correct.
it just for that line to be like that just doesn't make sense. It just has to be what they're talking about as far as the trend betting. Um, but I'm St. Louis here.
Yeah, man. I am too. Yeah, I think we just talked a lot. Just to say that. Uh, Bruce, what's going on, man? Glad to see you back. Let's get back to cashing today. Yeah, man. We've actually been cashing. This past week was actually one of the biggest weeks I have had in a long time. Absolutely massive week. So yeah, if you are not in the VIP, make actually sure to click that link right actually down below us. We actually do have a special for you today. You can actually get in for only $7. So definitely make sure take advantage of that. Um, Craig saying wait for better
I don't
line.
think it's gonna get lower than three and if you could get
I
3.5.
I was about to say with the 3.5, I just don't see it going lower than that. Really, really don't. Uh, Bruce, if you are on YouTube, which you have to be because that is the only place we're actually on currently. Um, I'm actually used to streaming to so many different spots. If you go right down below the actual like video here, um, there actually is a link. And it says like your first month deal and all that stuff. So yeah, just actually click on that and we'll get you set up. But we do still have one more game. I was about to log us off. We do have
Gotta get
NC
back used to the live.
right NC State going to Virginia. The NC State game. We also talked about them this past week. We were actually all
What's
over
going on, Nick?
State, um, and yeah, they came through. Um, we thought they were going to beat. We just thought that was a blowout spot,
Hmm.
and it certainly was. That game was not even close. They actually beat UNC 82-58.
You know what's even funnier about that is that they actually dropped the price on UNC recently. So I've been betting some good UNC spots.
Right. Our guy Nick is in the chat. What's up, man? Glad to have you here. Um, and man, NC State. This is for me kind of the same handicap as that one. NC State. Seems like I never know what I'm going to get from them, man. Um, um, this is a team that some games that they look good, some games they look horrible. Um, as far as Virginia goes, this team is good. Uh, we've actually talked about them over the past couple months. This is a team that I want to be betting on. This is a game that, once again, I think as far as national like a parlay piece, I think this is a great game for actually that. But also here, I also like their team total over. I believe it's 78.5. Let me check on that to be sure. Yep, 78.5. Versus versus this actually defense, I do think that they can get to actually 80 points here to a night. Because actually this actually Virginia team this year is not like the team of that you've seen from them in the past few years. They're not that same slow, actually like defensive first team. Like this team scores points. Um, and State, especially as far as their defense goes, I just do not trust them. So now actually Virginia being on their home court, I actually do believe that they can get up and over 78 points to a night. Nick, what do you have going in?
I think you're giving me too many points for NC State in this game. If this was a closer to a 3.5, 2, maybe a 4-ish, uh, I'll be on Virginia. But NC State, they're playing really well. The way they play, I think will give Virginia a little bit of problems. I don't say they're going to win outright. That kid Ben Allen Lubin, he's an absolute bucket. I don't know if anyone knows, he's shooting 70% in this month of February, which is crazy. Um, and
That is great.
NC State, the way they're gonna play is they lead the turnover margin. If they could win in the turnovers, they're gonna look to win the game. And if you don't know, NC State actually doesn't really care about being on the road, because they actually shoot better away from home. Um, so with that being said, I'm gonna take the NC State in the points here. I think you're giving me too many.
Okay. Um, I actually make this game 8. So I am definitely going to be on the other side of it here, but I am not going to lay those points. Like I just said, I'm either going to be playing their team total over, or either I do think this is a good parlay piece. Um, so there is a way here that we can both win.
Yeah.
So we're not really going straight head to head, but
If NC State could lead in the turnover margin, if they could cause double-digit turnovers, it wouldn't surprise me if they win this game outright. I just think it's just too many points for a team that's playing very well, who actually doesn't have that much of a home road discrepancy.
I hear you. I hear you. And Nick here agrees with us. He says this is too many points. Well, guys, if there are any other games that you would like us to hit, um, make sure to go ahead and drop them. But I think we are going to go ahead and get into our best bets. Bruce is asking when is the free play. Well, actually, Bruce,
Right now.
we're about to drop them right
now.
now. Uh, but then also, as far as the YouTube Shorts, that like play will probably be out in the next couple hours here. But like I said, we're getting into our best bets. So Nick, what is your best bet?
I am going with, as I said earlier, Carl Anthony Towns, over 18.5. Currently priced at -125, so obviously it's priced towards the over. I think if you're giving me 18.5 at that price, I'm going to take it all day. I'm actually going to take him 20 plus as well. When he's rolling, he's feeling himself. He's hitting the threes. He's just a different player. He has that confidence. And he's playing with confidence. That's a big thing with Cat. When he plays with confidence, he's a different player. He's currently playing with confidence. I think that that talk with little Shaq after the post game kind of got him feeling a different way. That's my best bet of the board. Over 18.5, Carl Anthony Towns.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I'm still trying to choose what mine is for the show, guys. I'm actually liking quite a few bets tonight. I haven't locked them all in yet. So actually, like VIP, be on the lookout in the next little bit because we're gonna definitely gonna have a few plays here. I like that Gillespie prop. The more we talked about it, deciding between that and okay, let's go Virginia team total over 78.5. So we need Virginia to score 79 points tonight, and I think that they can get that done. So as far as like for the show, that's what I'm going to go with for my best bet. Nick, what's going on, man? We have a lot of Nicks here. San Jose Barracuda at the Calgary Wranglers, dude. That's a Wrangler spot, like all day. I literally don't even know what sport we're even talking about right now. But that just
Is this low? Is this like low level hockey right here?
I was about to say, yeah, I'm actually pretty sure that that's hockey. But
Is that the AHL? I don't know. Is that the league below the NHL?
so, but yeah, man, it was definitely good.
OKC plus 1.5 today. I like
Man,
it.
I haven't dug in deep into that one yet. I don't know why. It just because like OKC was actually favored and now that flipped. And that just I don't know. I don't know why. It's just more of a gut feeling, but it just seems like a Raptors win.
If you give me 30 seconds, I'm gonna pull up the
I was about to say, but yeah, like I said, that's not anything. Like I don't have anything big there. Nick is saying yes, that is the A.
Okay, I know my hockey a little bit.
Then we got the other Nick saying there's never enough Nicks or Nicks because there are Nicks with actually K's and Nicks with no K's in their name here. So J-Bo is saying Chet is actually questionable.
So that could, I guess that would make it. Yeah, I guess if he plays, it would be a Thunder lean. If he doesn't play, then I would say the Raptors. The Raptors are just like the Raptors are a weird team to me because I feel like they don't even know what they want to do. They just keep getting all these like named players. I like to call them like people that okay, I know who he is. They just haven't built like a. They don't have an identity. I feel like they just go out and ball. Um, they've been solid. They don't. The East is kind of weak, so it wouldn't surprise me if OKC wins by like 10.
Yeah, that's a game that I'm not gonna be involved in. J-Bo saying, "Fuck it, my name is Nick too." There we go. We're all just Nicks today. But yeah, man, like I said, it was fun to be actually back on here live.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we will see everybody tomorrow. But yeah, guys, tomorrow, if there's any certain games that you want us to go over, make actually sure to let us know those. You can drop them to us in actually Discord. You can go on actually Twitter and actually drop them there for us. Just actually let us know if there's any certain games that you want to see. I told you, man. I told you. It has to be a Wrangler spot. It just has to be. Jay was saying, try to fade
Yeah,
day.
they're one of those teams that's hard to fade. Like they're. I was talking about this when I watched them earlier without Shy and Jalen in one of the earlier shows. They're just a pesky team that just won't go away. They're gonna be annoying. You're like, how are they in this game? They don't even have anyone, but they play defense and they can shoot the three ball really well. So that's gonna keep them in a lot of games that you think they should get blown out in. So
yeah,
I would, like I said, it wouldn't surprise me even if without Chet they still win by like 5 to 10 because they're just an annoying team.
Makes sense. And like our guy Nick said, join the Discord, and that link is also right down here below us. You can actually do that totally free. Get in there and talk and actually get some free plays. But then, like I said, if you actually want to get on the VIP side, that link is also down below us. There is a special there where you can get in for only $7. So yeah, make sure to join us, guys. And Nick, is there anything else that you would like to say?
Let's win, man. Let's go.
That's right, guys. Let's fucking win. See you guys tomorrow. We're out.